shine is what a hater might do. Took time and put in work. He showed up for grind time. They hate the young man confidence, just like they hated prime time. Sabotaged him in the draft. Depth chart put him last behind Flacco and Dillian Gabriel, and both of them is trash. It's clearly double standards, evidently not a problem with Shedeur. It's arrogance. With Mansell, they called it Moxie.
Shedeur Sanders, the quarterback of the Cleveland Browns, get good news from a Browns insider. Also, Coach Prime and the Colorado football team, that transfer portal opened up today. We getting ready to talk about it right here on Sports Talk with B. Watt. Do me a favor, do me a solid. Hit that like button. Subscribe to my channel if you don't mind. And also, hit that notification bell to let you know whenever I go live or drop a video. Got a live show tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Once again, Happy New Year to you. All right? Let's get this party started. Let's go. 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 Hey.
Yes, sir! Yes, sir!
Shedeur Sanders gets good news from a Browns insider and reporter. Listen, Ashley, who also does a podcast with Mary Kay, gave you the inside scoop of what she thinks about this quarterback situation with the Cleveland Browns. She says she believes that Shedeur Sanders has the inside track to be the starting quarterback next year for the Cleveland Browns. Now, let's look at this thing before I show you the video, right? Shedeur Sanders has done everything that the Cleveland Browns had asked him to do. They didn't value him as a starting quarterback when they drafted him as the 144th pick in the 5th round. He went into OTA's training camp as the quarterback that was listed on the bottom of the depth chart and worked his way all the way up, doing the things that they asked him to do. They wanted to see what Kenny Pickett could do. They traded him away. They wanted to see what Joe Flacco could do. 4 games, they traded him away. Then they let Dillian Gabriel go out there to see what he can do. They drafted him third in the 3rd round. And guess what? It didn't pan out. He got a concussion, as they say. But he's been cleared from that concussion. And he still haven't hit the field as a starting quarterback. You know why? Because they had to put Shedeur Sanders in. And Shedeur have did everything that those CU aunties have said. The people who have followed Shedeur from Jackson State and Colorado have said Shedeur Sanders is a baller. He the best quarterback on the Cleveland Browns team. And he the best quarterback that was in this past draft. Cam Ward did not come near close being a better quarterback than Shedeur Sanders. High school, he wasn't even top quarterback better than Shedeur. Cam Ward was a 0-star quarterback coming out of high school. Shedeur Sanders was a 4-star. 4-star. 4-star quarterback coming out of high school. And now Shedeur is out there doing his thing with a bad offensive line. No number 1 wide receiver. Jerry Jeudy has not lived up to his expectation. Shedeur is relying on a rookie tight end, Fannin. Fannin, what NFL team you know they got a elite passing game got their tight end as their number one wide receiver. I never heard of that. So, going forward, Andrew Berry knows that he got a starting quarterback. He knows he has a franchise quarterback. That GM and that owner know what they have in Shedeur. Kevin Stefanski knows. They know Shedeur is him. He done prove it. They asked Kevin Stefanski, Daniel O, doing a press conference about Dylan Gabriel. And Kevin's response was, I don't want to get into those type of questions. Because he knows this dude is not relative as a starting quarterback in the NFL. Man, they know Shedeur is that dog. They know Shedeur is a franchise quarterback. And he gonna prove it one more game this coming Sunday. Now, he don't need this game coming Sunday to be considered as the starting quarterback of next year because he already don't put the work in. Let's listen to a Browns insider talk about Shedeur Sanders' chances of being the starting quarterback in 2026. Ashley.
Do you think Shedeur has done enough to solidify himself as maybe the front of the mix right now for 2026? And how much impact do you think the Cincy game will have on that conversation?
It's an interesting question because I think, like, the Cincy game, one way or the other, like, they shouldn't say, okay, what we've seen in these prior six and a half games means nothing because of what happened in Cincinnati in a meaningless football game, essentially, right? But the interesting thing is, like, I would say right now, from how I look at things, he does seem to have the inside track for a few reasons. Like, number one, their draft positioning doesn't seem to be that good. Like, we could just say right now, like, Fernando Mendoza is probably going to be a Raider, right? Like, that's what it seems like it is trending towards. So if you're not there to get a Fernando Mendoza type of guy and you're in, like, the sixth spot, like, maybe you are better served getting a really good receiver or a really good tackle, something like that. And if you don't draft somebody really high, then I think, like, Shedeur is in the front of that race, right? That's what it would seem like to me. But the caveat to all of this is, hey, what happens, like, when free agency starts? Like, would they go after a different bridge guy? Like, we don't know any of those things, but I would say right now, given what Shedeur has shown, coupled with what their draft positioning is, it is going to be easiest for them to have him be in that driver's seat for that spot.
That's Ashley, a Browns insider, giving you her thoughts and take on the Cleveland Browns quarterback position going into 2026. She believes, just like me, that Shedeur Sanders has the inside track of being the starting quarterback next year. Only thing they need to do is concentrate on the draft, concentrate on free agent, find Shedeur 4 good offensive linemen and 1 good wide receiver, a number 1 wide receiver. They can do it through the draft or they can do it through free agent. Whatever they choose to do, just make the team much better than it is now with Shedeur Sanders as the starting quarterback. Now, let's pivot. Listen, Coach Prime and the Colorado football team, that transfer portal opened up today, and it's crucial, it's important. They got to get this thing right. Coach Prime got to fill a lot of positions on this team, especially on the offensive line and the defensive line and the linebacker room. I'm going to be watching real close what position that they going to concentrate on first when it comes to the Colorado football team. I know Coach Prime is dedicated and he wants to deliver. And I'm sure he's pretty upset at how last year's team played on the field. Because several times Coach Prime said this past team was the best team. They was better than the year before last when Shedeur was playing. But it didn't turn out there on the field. So now the transfer portal, they got to go in there and try to rebuild this team. And I'm going to be looking real closely, how they try to build this team this year. Most important to me, they got to build that defensive line, y'all. If you can't stop the run, you're not going to win on football game. Colorado defense gave up 400 yards of offense in every game, just about every game last year. You ain't going to beat nobody like that. You just not. And as you look at the college playoff right now, oh man, you see what's going on? Georgia lost. They couldn't stop the run, but they ran into one of the best quarterbacks in college football. That's Trinidad, Ole Miss. Yeah, y'all can talk about Mendoza all you want. Mendoza didn't look nothing like this dude now look. Am I lying? Do you agree or do you disagree? Ole Miss got the best quarterback in college football. Period. They ain't lost in one game all year. They 12-1. Just like Mendoza and Indiana. No, they undefeated, ain't they? Or whatever. I'm just saying. Ole Miss got the best quarterback in the country. I don't follow him all year. He the best. And last night, he showed he was the best. But getting back to Colorado, Coach Prime is in he's in a tight position because it's hard to find several good players in that transfer portal. It just is. Especially when we know the reason why they in there. Two reasons why they in there. They're not getting no playing time where they at, and they in there for that money. You heard it right here on Sports Talk. Will be wise. Do me a favor. Do me a solid. Hit my like button. Subscribe to the channel. If you haven't subscribed, hit that bell notification. It'll let you know whenever I go live or drop the video. If you'd like to continue to support the broadcast in any kind of other way, like Cash App, Super Chat, or just simply join the membership. Join the membership. Anything that you do will be highly appreciated. Once again, thank you for watching another episode of Sports Talk with B. Watts. I come to you by the digital airwaves of YouTube. Once again, Happy New Year to you. Don't forget about the live show tonight, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Got one of the best chat rooms on YouTube. Come on over and be our special guest. We would love to have you. Once again, thanks. Peace.
Wizard.